Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody. My name's Angela and I am the Crazy Bobby Lady and I'm going completely doolally today. Right, so if you hadn't noticed, I have got another crochet item on. Now today I am going to be showing you and unveiling my take on Reggie at J.HOOK Crochet's latest pattern. And now this was the one that I was testing for her. And as I make this video, I don't even know what she's going to be naming it. So let's get back to sitting on my chair and talking about the pattern. And now I'm not going to quite reveal what it is at the moment. All you know is it goes over my shoulders. Right, so with this pattern, it was a lot of fun to do. Because Reggie had only got the basics written down and the idea written down. She hadn't completed the whole pattern, so she handed it to myself and a couple of other testers and to run with to see whether the idea would work more than anything. And then once we all realised that the initial idea would work, then we carried on with the rest of the pattern. So I started off with Reggie giving me the basic instructions on making a shawl. That's right, a triangular shawl. So I started going and I did the pattern as described in the directions that I'd been given. But with our gorgeous Reggie, she gives us the opportunity to make the shawl as long as we see fit. Okay, she just said, keep going until it goes underneath your bottom. So I'm like, brilliant, finally something that's going to go past me bum. So I'm there and it took me probably about a day and a half to get the shawl, main body of the shawl made. And then I sent Reggie the photo, all excited. And then she sent me the next set of instructions. How to fold said shawl. So I folded the shawl as the pattern said, and then I did the next section. Okay, and when it came to putting the shawl on, it didn't fit. It was too short. So I got back in touch with Reggie and said, no, Reggie, this way is not going to work for me or any other people that are bigger boned, to put it politely. And that was one of the tests that she wanted to know, whether the idea would work in all sizes. So after a little bit of rethinking, we came to the agreement that I would need to strip it back. So I stripped it back to just the shawl and then reattached using a different method. Okay, and then carried on going and then did everything that I'd done previously to bring it back up to where the pattern was. And then once I'd done that, it was very, very late at night. It was gone midnight and it was the day before I was travelling down to my friend's wedding. So at 6 o'clock in the morning I'm up and I've sorted everything out and I've got all my clothes and everything ready and my suitcase done, all ready to go in the car. And I was like, right, I am taking that project with me because I want to finish it and I want to wear it at the wedding. So of course Germany to the UK is an hour ahead, so I thought, right, I'll hold out as long as I can, which was about 7 o'clock in the morning UK, so 8 o'clock Reggie time. I fired her off a message saying, right, it's all done, what's my next step? And a little bit later she's gone, oh, I'm just running the kids to school, dealing with the kids, getting them into school. When I get back I will send you the next step. And so I sat and twiddled my thumbs and waited. Well, the thing was, we had to leave and we left at about 11, and when I'm in the car I don't have internet access unless I nick it off my husband. So I'd sat in the car fiddling with the yarn and with the pattern, and I thought I'd second guess her. Right, so with this pattern you add sleeves. That's right, sleeves, how strange. So I'm there and I've added sleeves to the pattern, or at least halfway down the pattern, and then I realised I was going to possibly run out of yarn. So I stopped the pattern and I put it to one side until I could check the email that she'd sent me. So I open up my emails after nicking hubby's internet to find that how I've done the sleeve was completely and utterly not how Reggie had done it. Not in the slightest. And I was like, oh, bottoms. It's something else I'm going to have to strip back. But luckily, it wasn't a great deal of work. It was only about an hour and a half's worth of crochet to strip back. And as I'd said, I've been having fun stripping this project back and forth anyway. And so I messaged Reggie with a photograph of what I'd done and said, look, this is what I'd done. I was trying to second guess you, but I failed. To which Reggie said, just keep going, see how it turns out. Because you never know, it means we might have another option for a different style of sleeve. So that's what I did. So that evening when we got to the hotel, I finished up one of the sleeves. And it worked. I'm so shocked because this is the first time I've ever gone that far off of a pattern to be actually adding something to a pattern. And of course I was a little bit worried that Reggie might have thought I was stepping on her toes. But it turns out she wasn't. She was just surprised to see that I was going a bit doolally and a bit crazy with it. But she just let me run with it because at that point in time it was an idea. So it meant then that there would be at least another option for a sleeve that's not just her own. So I've shown her the picture and she liked it. Really liked it, and I'm so chuffed that she's actually incorporated it into her pattern. And for me that is such an amazing opportunity, and I'm so chuffed that she liked it. So and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my take on her top that was a shawl that's no longer a shawl. Here you go. Oh, and please remember, crochet don't look good on me. I've got funky shoulders. So here we go. What do you think? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. A cocoon style top. So this is it from the front with some decent, nice long sleeves. Although technically they are 3/4 length because they start about here. So really you're only making diddy short sleeves. And then at the back, it all points down to the bottom. I'm sorry if you can't see the base of this one, but it is a V shawl at the bottom. There we go. So the pattern itself is, as I said, very simple and very easy to make. It is a basic 3-row repeat on your shawl, and then the sleeves have been crazily added by me for this one anyway, and the pattern is the same as the main shawl. So of course you'll have this pattern etched in your brain for when you come to do the sleeves. A lot less ends to sew in than on some other items that we've made in the past, because you all know me, I hate ends and I hate sewing in ends. So for my individual pattern it is a size, possibly a size 16. Okay, I used, there we go, let's get my bands out. I used 300 grams of the King Cole bramble. Now this is a DK yarn, okay, and you get around 317 yards or 290 metres per ball. And that was for the main body of the shawl and the top sections of the sleeves. And then for my collar and cuffs, I then added in the So Crafty DK in Euro, ECRU, that's said completely wrong. And I used around 50 grams of that one. And again, that is another 100% acrylic yarn. So for 350 grams, I got myself a gorgeous top, right? And it's super snuggly, and as you can see, you can tag it around quite nicely, tuck up where you need to, and it's really forgiving. like the pattern itself is really forgiving. Right, I'm going to take this off and stick it on Dory so you can have a proper look at it. And so there we go. There is the shawl. That's the back view, so that you can see how the point actually works up beautifully. Now, the bit I absolutely adore, apart from the pattern itself in the main shawl, I think it all comes together really beautifully with the ribbon style that Reggie chose. So let me bring her Dory forwards. Right, so here is a quick front view, and yes, I have used booby tape to stop Dory from flashing those nipples of hers. Right, so this pattern has a beautiful ribbed border that goes all the way around it, as well as adding it in on the cuffs. So there are the cuff borders. Okay, now mine is rolling slightly at the moment because I used the same hook all the way through and didn't downsize my hook, which I've now found out an easy way to stop it rolling is to downsize your hook. But other than that, I think it's absolutely lovely. So let me put Dory back on the shelf so you can see it at a distance. Right, so there she is, all settled back into her spot. So what I'm going to be doing now is popping up some photographs of the garment laid out nice and flat so you guys can all see it properly. So thank you ever so much, Reggie, for letting me in right at the beginning of this one to have a play along with you and see what we could come out with. So now I'm going to add in some photographs from our other gorgeous pattern testers, which of course is our gorgeous Sabrina Melody. So there is also going to be a link up the top to her unveiling of her top as well. And now for the best bit. Reggie has offered up a copy of this pattern to one lucky crazy. That's right, you can get your hands on this pattern just by entering a quick little competition, and all I'm going to ask you to do is to add the phrase "Reggie is cool" into the comment section of this video, and I will then draw from those comments that include that phrase, and the phrase, remember, is "Reggie is cool." Okay, so that's your chance to win a free copy. But if you can't wait that long and you want to get your hands on it, Reggie has also given you the opportunity to get 10% off of any of her patterns in her Etsy store. Okay, and all you got to do is use the code GET10. That's it, that simple. GET10 as your code, and you will get 10% off of her Etsy store. How cool is that? Right, so that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed the look at this new Stars Hello Cardi, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody. Cut it off from here. Top. Something